Hi soul family, welcome back to my Instagram space. I am Mahira, ego.alchemist, and I help you connect with the love of your higher self. Today I am dropping in on this live video to have a quick chat with you regarding what healing is and what healing is not. Why? Because currently the energy in the collective is something doubtful, something of feeling hopeless and losing our faith, our drive to be in this journey. So first of all, when this happens, when you seem like you have been doing a lot of work, but you suddenly start losing all the discipline or all the energy and the focus you were putting in behind your goals, it generally means that you are very close to getting your dreams, to getting your goals, and this is like a final resistance that the old persona, the old reality exerts against welcoming and integrating the new reality, the new creations that you are putting your work into. So if you are feeling like this, it could be actually a sign that you are closer to your goals, closer to what you want to manifest, what you want to create than you are thinking. So it's actually a sign to keep going. But the other thing is like that we are also asking ourselves, what are we doing wrong? Like we are really doubting what kind of efforts we are putting in, the methods that we have followed, the whole trust the process is becoming very, very difficult right now, to trust the process, to surrender to the divine, to surrender our hopes and expectations and projections and just keep doing the work. It's getting a little on the nerves, it's getting a little nerve-wracking. So that's why I wanted to clear up some misconception of what healing looks like, what healing is, because when we hold on to this preconceived ideas of what spiritual healing is, it can actually block us from being healed, from moving on to higher versions of ourselves. So the first thing that I want to remind you today is healing and this journey of doing inner work, improving ourselves, making our lives better, becoming a better human, every day by day, is a very long, perhaps lifelong process. It's like never ending, and you'll never stop working on yourself. Because think about it, not only when you start this journey of self-healing, you are first dealing with your own trauma, your own limiting beliefs, all the things that happened in your life that has caused you to doubt yourself, to hide yourself, to suppress your expression. And even at one point, if you get done with everything that you have experienced and you process everything, you analyze everything, and you convert every pattern that you had into a positive pattern, next you're gonna come up with generational stuff that your lineage has carried through for generations, people whose ancestors were like enslaved or sold or treated like mere goods. These are heavy traumas, or whose ancestors died in floods or fire and wars. So these are heavy traumas that we hold in our DNA, and even if we are not experiencing all this firsthand, it affects us a lot, and it is a part of our work. So, and there could be also collective stuff that you deal with, that it's not your own patterns, but you see something in the collective and you can choose to jump in and try to heal that for the collective. So there's different layers of healing, of inner work, of shifting the reality inside and out can happen. And therefore, if you want to stay on this path, you can stay on this path till you take your last breath, and it is worth it. You get to, with every step that you take towards this, you will get to know yourself, you will get to remember who you are and what you came here to do, and experience new stuff. So there's that the healing is not the ability to suddenly acquire what you think you don't have, right? Healing is like, for example, many people think who are healing relationships patterns, for example, maybe they don't have partners and they want to heal this, and they think that healing will look like when they do manifest a partner and a relationship and is happy in that. So we are in that scenario. If you take that example, the person is putting the state of healing as separate from who they are right now. And as you see healing as a separate, as a distant concept in the future that you have to chase, you have to manifest, that you are actually maintaining that distance. You are just creating and increasing and maintaining the distance between you and what you are projecting or thinking or assuming to be your healing state. Instead, healing is the ability to appreciate, to enjoy what you already have. What trauma does to us, it takes away our ability to appreciate, enjoy, and therefore become creative with the resources that we already have in our lives. Because when a person is traumatized, is suppressed, is limited by their fears, their sense of lack and unworthiness, it can make it very hard to appreciate things, because you are always under a threat. You are trying to survive, you are looking for threats, you are just scanning your environment for dangers. So you are not programmed to look for the finer things, to look for the blessings you have. You are just programmed and trained and always looking for threats to keep yourself safe. Healing happens when you start shifting from that state of feeling unsafe in your own body, in your own home, in your own family. You start shifting from feeling unsafe and threatened and move towards feeling appreciative, expansive, being connected to where you are right now and able to appreciate where you are right now. So that is, for me at least, the biggest sign of progress in healing journey, in spiritual healing journey, is not that you manifest greater things. That comes later, that happens automatically, but that you are able to appreciate where you are right now. So if you are having troubles right now, thinking that am I healing, am I doing the work right, is it working for me? Check with yourself if you're trying to project your healed state as something in the future, something that looks in a certain way, something maybe other people have and you wish for. That is not healing, that is desires, that is something you can work to manifest through manifestation and law of attraction, all that. But healing is just concerned with being stable, being chilled, being strong in your nervous state right now. How is your nervous system reacting or responding to your external and internal stimuli? That is the goal of healing. So if you're having trouble, bring your attention back to the present now and see if you can appreciate your life, if you can appreciate your work, your efforts, yourself. If not, what you can do to make this moment better for yourself. If you practice this over and over again, every time you feel that you are not healing and you just make yourself at ease, you take care of yourself, you will start shifting how your neural pathways are inside your brain and nervous system and shift to a state of looking for solutions and appreciating the blessings that are already in your life. And then you can use that newfound awareness of your resources, of your power, of your support system that is already present in your life to then create what you desire and you wish for. Okay, the second thing, that was the first thing, and the second thing is like have realistic expectations from your healing journey. You cannot heal 30 years worth of trauma. For example, if you were hiding your identities, you were hiding yourself for 30 years or sometimes 40, 50 years of your life, and you're just beginning to understand that you were not being true to yourself, you were not being authentic or sovereign, and you're trying to shift that state of living, of existence. So you are trying to neutralize and transmute, say 30, 40 years of trauma. It cannot happen in a 30-day or a 3-day workshop. You cannot transmute 30 years worth of shit in a 3-day, 30-day workshop. But when you are approaching a teacher, when you are approaching a course, when you are approaching a healing workshop, approach it in a way that in this program or whatever this experience that I am being exposed to, I will learn the modalities, the knowledge, the tools that will help me in the rest of my life, to regulate myself, to deal with different experience, to not react from a place of fear, lack, and unworthiness and uncertainty, but to respond from a state of stability, of compassion and love, because you are creating those energies within your own system. So when you approach a course, a workshop on self-healing, any kind of modality, always approach it in this mindset that you are there to learn stuff to help you heal and continue on your healing journey. Okay, so the third point, and I'll take a drink of water before I continue because I need it. And I'm just looking at my notes right now. Also, another third major misconception about healing process is like people think that once you are healed or enough, so that's a thing, that once you're healed enough, you will no longer have difficult days in your life or hardships in your life. That is a very big misconception. In life, when you are in this body, when you are in this physical realm, you will be challenged with circumstances, situation, new scenarios, one after the other in intervals throughout your life, to teach you lessons, see how much you have learned and how you can implement those lessons to get a level above than where you were. So it is not true that you will never have difficult days once you are healed to a certain level. But once you are healed to a certain level, you will have the greater capacity to respond to your traumatic situations, to choose how you react or respond to the difficulties in your life, what you make out of it, how you relate or perceive it, and how you change it into something good, something that benefits you and your loved ones and the greater community. So you will have that power. So you become more powerful with your choices that you take and the actions that you do. And that's healing. That's being healed. And the last misconception about healing that I am going to discuss today is about that healing is not becoming something alien or otherworldly, like you become something that you have never idea, you don't have a concept of. So we sometimes when we approach these modalities, these teachings about spiritual healing, we have this idea in our mind that when I'm healed, I will look a certain way. I'll look like the teacher who is teaching me, and we have these concepts in our mind. Again, creating a separation between who you are right now and who you are inside and what you're projecting to be as healing. So how you define your healing will actually affect a lot on how you experience the journey and how you progress through the journey as well. So be mindful how realistic, how compassionate, how authentic and grounded you are when you are defining healing and what healings look like for you. And in this journey, when souls come into a body and they face all these challenges, they forget who they are. Healing is the path to remember your true nature, to remember your true essence. So it is not becoming something else, something otherworldly, something absolutely different, but it is to remember who you are and to embody that truth, to come back to your own truth. It is not becoming or accepting somebody else's truth or becoming how somebody else who you perceive as a healed person and look like them. No, it is remembering who you are. Healing is letting go of the need to be something else for the society, for external validation, letting go of that need and becoming who you are and being comfortable with who you are. And that's the real meaning of healing. Healing is also not a competition, a comparison, or a race. Anytime you catch yourself comparing yourself to somebody else who is on the healing journey, who is working on themselves and maybe seeing the results that you want to see in your life, then that is also a trigger showing you where you need to do the work. Maybe you need to let go of jealousy and the comparison. Do not compare your journey with anybody else, because your journey before you started healing and somebody else started healing was totally different. So how you look when you are healing and reaching your higher states of being will look absolutely different. A big mistake that we do is we compare ourselves and our progress, our results with somebody else and project lack upon to us. Maybe I am not doing something right, maybe I lack something, maybe I'm unworthy and therefore I am not seeing results that the other person is getting. This comparison kills the healing process instantly. It drops you into a lower vibration. So refrain from doing that. The only person you can compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday, how you used to think, act and feel yesterday, and if you were doing it in a way today that benefits you, that feeds your soul, that is self-healing, self-loving and self-nourishing. So that is the only measure that you can measure your healing journey progress in, is are you being self-loving, self-nurturing, self-validating and self-healing in the way you talk to yourself, in the way you think about yourself and your life, and you act depending upon your thoughts and your conceptions. So that's all I wanted you to know today, to think about, to remember that healing is not reaching a certain standard. It is not competing against each other to have social status. It's absolutely something that we are trying to move from. And healing is about being comfortable, being happy in your own being, wherever you are in the process. I hope that helps and you have an amazing journey. And let go of the doubts. Let go of the questions, if I'm doing enough work. Yes, you are. You are doing amazing. Keep doing the work, but also remember to take rest, to take a break from putting on the work and just enjoy a moment and not think about, oh my god, I need to do this and do that. So add that to your healing rituals and healing routine, that just be for 5 minutes and 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and then realize that you are alive and you are well, because a spiritual energy, a higher consciousness is keeping you alive and keeping your heart beating. So you are all right and you are going to be all right. You are being taken care of. You are being animated by a power way beyond your understanding and imagination, and you can trust that power. And so if you're feeling a lot of stress on your healing journey, just surrender and trust to that power for a moment each day, and you will see different results. Okay, I'll actually literally leave there right now today. That was a lot. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. And happy ascension. Bye bye.